my channel. My name is Laura Mar, and today I want to bring you guys along on a studio tour. Just kind of for reference, I am a painter from the city of Chicago, and my studio is actually in my home. So I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm going to start with an overview of the room. So this room is actually, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment right outside of the city of Chicago, and this room is actually our dining room, but we are not the type of family to sit down and eat for dinner, so it was not being used very well. And so we decided to make this like just a very livable space. So in this side here, this is technically my 2-year-old's play area. She has like a whole area, and then of course we have it caged in. I don't really lock her up in there, but it's easier to keep her items inside with this thing around it. So this is my studio area where I paint, you know, and my storage. And then this is an office area that everybody in the family uses. So I'll start off here in the boring space, in the desk area. So on the wall, we have this really big calendar. I got this on Amazon, and it was relatively inexpensive. We love it. I wanted it to be this big so that we can all write down our needs, things that are coming up, appointments, things for school, all kinds of stuff, so that everybody is on the same page. Then we have our desk area with random papers, a printer. Underneath we have a paper shredder, we have files, that kind of thing. So yeah, that is the desk. Next you'll see that this is like a little bench area. This bench actually opens up. I'll show you. I'm going to show you with my foot actually, sorry. Let's see. So, excuse my feet, but boom. I have a lot of shipping supplies in there, and other bits and bobs are stored in this bench area. And it's nice to have the bench because I can sit down and hang out with my 2-year-old, you know, and I watch TV with her in here. And then the open wall. I usually have paintings on that wall that I'm working on. But I'm starting a fresh painting, so there's nothing there right now. And then in this corner, you can see this is all my art supplies, and you know, just stored are stored in this corner. So at the top, I have a container of rags that I use for painting. That little storage box I haven't figured out what I want to do with yet. This top drawer is just miscellaneous supplies. There's a lot of office supplies in here, so there's a lot of tape, staples, pens, washi tape, and then there's random bits and bobs, like there's some yarn, and there's stickers and stuff in there, and glue. So yeah, random. This next one is a lot of paper, so I'll show you, and paper items. So right here at the top, this actually are those clear plastic sleeves that I use on my paintings on paper. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. Here's a sketchbook, a full sketchbook. Here's an empty sketchbook. This is, I got some Canson mixed media paper in bulk, and I keep it stored in there. I believe this is like 9x12 Canson mixed media paper. At the bottom, that is canvas paper by Strathmore, I believe. I ended up not liking that canvas paper, so hence why it's down there. I have a lot more sketchbooks and notebooks on this side, and then a pad of watercolor paper. Then this next drawer is lots of random art supplies. So I'll start back in this corner. So I have this jelly gouache palette. I have some tempera paints. Here I have color pencils. I have puff paint. I have, these are oil paint sticks. Sorry. These are my sharpeners. This is paint markers. There's a couple different brands in there actually. I got all of those on Amazon, just inexpensive. That's like a random little paint tube. Here I have gold leaf. This is like a few different packs of gold leaf. Some I got at Michael's, some I got on Amazon. And then underneath is oil pastel. And I have another pack. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh 24, I believe, or 48. I think it's the 48 pack of oil pastel. And then I have this Yu-Gi-Oh neon and metallic oil pastel pack. And then these are some really inexpensive little oil pastels that came in one of those art kits that you get kids at Christmas time. You know, they come with colored pencils and stuff like that. My daughter didn't want the oil pastels. She doesn't use them, so I grabbed them. And yeah, I just use these for fun mostly. The other oil pastels, when I was doing abstract work, I used a lot more in my abstract paintings. And then I have this dresser here. And this is actually one of my daughter's old dressers. I just grabbed it and decided to use it. So here, this top drawer is actually belongs to all the stuff. Most of the stuff belongs to my daughter. She makes jewelry, all kinds of jewelry. So she has, a lot of this was gifted to her from family members. So she has a lot of supplies. So she has a lot of beads, and she has like stuff to make jewelry and more beads, and she has like wire to make wire jewelry, and yeah, all kinds of beads in here. Beads and jewelry supplies. This next drawer, and of course I have these latches. I got these latches because my 2-year-old gets into everything, obviously. And they just keep her from, you know, getting into stuff. So here, these are paints. These are mostly my paints. So when I started painting 2 years ago, I was doing it for fun. So I wasn't buying any professional quality paint in the beginning. I was buying craft paint. So I still have a lot of craft paint left over. Some of them I have not like even opened. I feel so bad. But I need to start using those. And then I have some of these golden high flows. When I started getting into professional quality paint, I bought these a golden so flat kits. They're like, you know, 6 in each. They're like different colors, and these are the ones I have left from that. And then I just have some random paints in here, just all kinds of random paints. These are super cool. So these are called refillable mop markers. I have an empty one here. I'll show you guys. And so when I was doing abstract work, I was using these mop markers a lot. So what it is, they come like this, and it's a tube, and in the tip, whoops, the tip has like a kind of like felt kind of tip, and then basically you like squeeze the paint out and make a design with it. So there you go. I have a lot of those because I was using those a lot. And then I also have a lot of paint mediums in here. Some varnish, paint medium. I have some Mod Podge. I have some of these little tubes. I bought these tubes on Amazon. And basically they have like a really fine needle, like a needle tip, and you fill them with paint or whatever, and then you can get really small designs with them. So yeah, that is that drawer. Okay, I have to get down. So the next drawer is another kind of random drawer, but this side of the drawer is all sewing supplies. So there's a lot of little sewing kits and thread and ribbons and patches and all kinds of sewing supplies. And there's some elastic in there too. And then I have my hot glue gun in here. In this bin I have like just random, there's like felt and pom-poms and all kinds of little fun supplies in there. This is shrinky-dink paper. These are like those little boards where you would do these little perler beads, the melting beads. And then I have some air dried clay. I have a lot of supplies for my kids and for myself to do fun projects, you know, fun stuff, so that they're not bored, especially during quarantine when they were really bored. I had bought a lot of supplies for them to do fun stuff. And then this bottom drawer is actually completely accessible to my 2-year-old because this is for her. So in here we have some like Play-Doh. This is really cool, this mat. It's like white, but then when you get it wet, it shows color, so she can like paint without actually damaging anything, because she sees mommy paint and she wants to paint, so that's like fun. And crayons for her, and there's a whiteboard with magnets. So yeah, that is that. Okay, and then we'll move on to here. So this is my next section. So at the top, I have empty canvases, and basically this is my favorite size canvas. This is from Michaels. These are the 24 by 30 level 3 canvases. I like the depth of them. I think that they are gessoed really nicely. I usually don't have to gesso them again. They're primed beautifully, so I love those. That's my favorite. I've tried different stuff, but I truly love those. And then this drawer is like a hodgepodge of stuff, but basically these are random paintings on paper that my daughters have done, that I have done. So like things that my daughters paint and then I paint for fun. And some of my very first like paintings. When I first started, I wasn't very sure of myself, so I bought a lot of these canvas boards and not canvases, and I started painting on canvas board just to figure out what it was that I was trying to do, you know. So I have a lot of that in there, but I also have paintings that my daughters have done. So like one of my daughters started painting Tyler the Creator and Willow Smith, and so yeah, so I have like paintings that my kids have, I have paintings that my kids have made, and then I have made for like fun. And I just keep them stored here. Oh, that doesn't belong there. So that's that. And then I have some smaller paintings, like deep paintings that I have done. They're just kind of stored there. And then half finished works are done there too. And then this is those paper cutters, those slicers. I have a couple of pairs of shoes here that I wanted to paint. They're old shoes, and I figured instead of throwing them out, let's paint them. And then I have a bunch of ceramics that I have painted. Like this is a repaint of a ceramic that was really ugly, and so was this one. This one I did, it was my niece's birthday, and we went to one of those ceramic painting places. And then I have a couple more ceramic things that I want to paint. And these are just like fun activities when I don't want to paint seriously, that I can, you know, whatever, you know, do stuff for fun. And then this next section is a lot of paint. And this is the paint I currently use the most. So in this section here, I have these Lucas Crystal Studio acrylic paints. I saw another YouTuber using them. I saw a few YouTubers using them, and they looked like they worked well, and I was moving on from the craft paint, and I needed an affordable artist quality paint that wasn't craft paint, because I wanted to move on into selling my work. And so because I wanted to move into selling my work, not that you can't sell any art that uses craft paint, but if you know anything about things being light fast and all that stuff, you know, you want to use more high quality paint. So I have some of that, but then I also have some Golden So Flat paint because I really do love it. Once I experimented with those smaller kits, I bought some larger sizes. I also have some varnishes, like spray varnish in here. And yeah, so in here I have a combination of paints. I have some of these paints. They're from Hobby Lobby. I do not fully recommend. If all you have is a Hobby Lobby near you, this is a good affordable paint if all you have is a Hobby Lobby. But if you have other options to buy paint, I would probably recommend buying another paint. It's not the worst. It's not the worst paint, but it's a little bit hard to work with because it gets kind of gummy. And then I have some more of that Hobby Lobby Master's Touch paint, but I also have some Liquitex paint in here. So yeah, I have some Liquitex in here, and I just finished placing an order. I'm gonna get some actual Liquitex paints, the ones that look like these bottles actually. So the studio paints. Here's, you can see I have another thing of craft paint. When I do use craft paint in my paintings, I actually like to use them as like the bottom layers, like the underpaintings, because it's an inexpensive way to like do the underpaintings. You're gonna paint on top of it anyways. So yeah, that's what I end up using a lot of craft paint for nowadays. So in here, this is a random, well, not a random bin, but in here I have a lot of containers that I basically use as like palettes. And I actually do have some palettes in here. So I have some palettes in here, and then I have containers like when I have a large amount of paint, especially when it's like really like liquidy, I just put them in these cups, and I do have to clean them because they're all dirty, but it's okay. And then this is like a container that you can use basically to like clean your brushes. So, and it has a palette, whatever. So that's that. And then this next shelf, I have some more canvases. So these canvases over here, these are for my daughters to use. So they're like those packs. Like this one's actually just like a random size canvas that my fiance wants to use whenever he decides that he wants to paint. And then I get these packs of like, you know, they come like 7 or 10 canvases in a pack from Michael's, and they're really inexpensive. I get those for my daughters to use so they can like paint. And then I have some random size canvases that I want to use in here. So, and I have some wood panels as well. That's a next massager that I got for Christmas that I'm going to keep in this room, so that way when I am very tired, you know, I can use it. Down here, it's a very chaotic random mess of stuff, but back there, that is mostly electronic cables and boxes and stuff for the electronics. This is mostly packing and wrapping supplies. So like when I need to wrap my paintings, I have like cardboard corners, I have butcher paper, I also have saran wrap, and that bag I keep extra large, you know, those reusable bags, so that if I'm going places I could just pull a reusable bag out and load it up. We're gonna go here, and I still have a Christmas tree up. I keep my Christmas trees up until it's my fiance's birthday. His birthday's in January. So after Christmas, they become birthday trees. And his birthday is in the next couple days, so this will come down soon. Here I have a couple of, like I have a poster from a local artist that I love. That is a painting one of my nieces made for me. And then this is my desk. So this is a drawing, like a drawing desk that I got at Michael's. So this top actually lifts up, and it comes up actually pretty steep, the angle, and then you can bring it back down. So right now I have it down, and I mostly use it down nowadays because I have an easel. But I got this before I got an easel, because I wanted more versatility, and I was working a lot smaller when I first started painting. So I got this desk because it was just more effective for me at the time. So yeah, I keep some random tools, like I keep some mandala dotting tools in here, and my Tylenol, hand sanitizer, just random. And then this is my orchid. Yes, she's alive and she is beautiful. And I thought she was dead, and now she has 3 little babies. I'm so excited for my little orchid. Anyways, sorry, I get so excited about that kind of thing. Okay, so let me talk about these things. So I have these 2 mechanisms here that you can see. One of them is to hold my cell phone, so I can take videos and pictures from above. So I can take them at this angle, and I like it because it's, you know, it has the ability to like move, and I can also take videos and angle it that way towards my canvas. So I got that on Amazon. So I can link that in my bio, but I love this thing. It really makes videotaping from above, especially when I make like TikToks and reels of like smaller things. It makes it really like nice. I also have like a little fan on it because sometimes you want to dry your things faster, so I have a little fan, helps dry things. Okay, and then now this is a desk lamp, and it also has like the same mechanism as the camera tripod arm thing. It has the same mechanism, and basically, see, it's an LED lamp, and I'll turn it on so you can see. So there it is. It actually has 3 light settings. So that's warm, that's neutral, or that's neutral, warm, cool. And there's 3 different light settings so that you can, you know, choose the light that works best for whatever you're doing. I love that thing. I use this every day. It lights up my desk. I can angle it like that, you know, and then I can face it towards my canvas, and it gives me another light source at nighttime when I don't have enough light. This is an excellent extra light source for me. Highly recommend. I'll link this in my bio as well. It just, honestly, it's such a great light source, especially when I'm filming for TikTok and Reels. It's wonderful, especially the 3 different light settings, so I can figure out what's the best looking light for the video, you know? This, I have one of those, what are these called? You know what they're called. I don't know what they're called, but you know what they're called, where it spins. I use this, when I bought this, I bought it just to have it, and then I ended up using it so much. I got this in the Target dollar spot, and I ended up paying 50 cents for it. And let me tell you something, this is crazy nice to have when I'm doing smaller paintings that I do on my desk. Doing it on here makes life so easy because I can just turn my painting and not touch a wet spot. So if it's wet over here, I can just turn it, keep working on my painting. That truly is a lifesaver. This desk has a couple of drawers. I keep random bits and bobs in those drawers. This desk also came with this shelf that you can kind of push in and out. I have it pulled out completely. This is my palette that I use. Basically, it's just a baking dish that has a lid, and I just didn't want to pay for one of those butcher, what are they called? You know, those little butcher trays. So I got this at the thrift store, and it had a lid, and sometimes when I want to keep the paint wet, let's say I have a wet palette going on with the tissue, or, you know, I put wet paper towel and put my paint, I can put the lid on and it'll keep it dry while I'm eating lunch or something. Not overnight, but for a couple hours, it'll keep my paint wet, which is nice. Like if I've made pre-mixed colors. Here you can see I have some dirty water with some brushes I have to clean today. These are all of my paint brushes. I'm thinking about getting another container so I can switch. I have all different style paint brushes because I've only been painting professionally for like 2 years. It took me a while to really figure out what I wanted in a paintbrush. And so yeah, there's a lot of paintbrushes. What I have discovered that I love these Artist Loft brushes. They're inexpensive. They're like $8 for a pack of like 10 brushes or something like that. These are my favorite brushes for the type of work that I do, I've discovered. I have like my little Google Dot there so I can play music. And then on this window, I have a bunch of these little swatches, these Pantone swatches. I like having them up because then when I'm doing different series, so that I can keep in mind colors that I want to use. Then I have that little table. This is too far from my easel, so I will almost always take that palette, put it on that little table, and that way I have access to it. This is my easel. It's technically a travel easel, so I can fold it up fairly small, wrap it up, and then take it with me to an event. Last summer I did quite a few live painting sessions, and I had to bring my own easel because they were outdoor. So I bought this easel, and let me tell you, it was a struggle to make it work for non-travel. I had to do a lot to it to make it very stable for inside my home. So I don't recommend this easel. I won't link it, but it's by Marte. From what I understand, they do have good easels, like home easels, but because this was a travel easel, I don't think it was ever meant for the type of wear and tear that I'm putting it through. So that said, hopefully next year, Christmas, I'll get myself a new easel. Over here in this corner, I have these are oil pastel drawings that I've done for myself, just for fun. So yeah, and then I have a fake plant in the corner, and I have some random stuff. That's like a random, I don't know these women, but they're just fabulous. And I had to put the picture up because it just, I don't know, they're just so pretty. Back behind my easel, I have some very large canvases that I have not started working on. Back there, I have my tripod, my large tripod. I have a studio light that I took the umbrella off of because it just wasn't helping me, and I have an LED light bulb in there, and I use this once when it gets darker in the day so that I can, you know, light my painting up so I can see what I am doing. So at nighttime, I usually use this lamp and this desk lamp, and I just angle it, and usually between the two of them, it gives me enough light to paint at nighttime. And then this is my daughter's play area. And I don't have much to say about it other than I don't keep her locked in. It is gated. I don't keep her locked in though. I just have it gated because it just keeps the mess that is her play area contained. And when she was smaller, if I did have to run to the door, you know, for like 1 or 2 minutes, I would close it so that she wouldn't chase after me. But now she's a little bit bigger. I don't ever keep it locked, but you know, there it is. And she has all of her toys in there, and we have a TV in this room, and I usually, you know, put on some Cocomelon or Sesame Street and let her watch some TV while I paint, and we can be in the same room and I can keep an eye on her. That is my kitchen, which is a little messy, so I won't take you in there. And then this back wall is where I keep freshly finished paintings, so that I can take a look at them and see them in the light. And this is a new painting that I've done, and then I'm going to take you down my hallway only because I have a few paintings that I finished too. So here is some more paintings that I have just finished, and I keep them all kind of close together so that I can see, you know, my work, so that I can see my work as I finish it, and, you know, kind of keep track of what I'm doing. So yeah, so one more time. Here is the overview of my studio. Hi, so yeah, that's my studio. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna link a few of my favorite things in the description, things that I think are worth it in the description. If I didn't link it in the description and you have a question about a particular item you saw in my studio, let me know below. If you have any recommendations for me to make my studio space better, or if there's a particular paint that you love that you think I should try, I want to hear about it. I want to know. I've only been painting professionally for like less than 2 years, so there's a lot for me to learn. There's a lot for me to grow. And yeah, if you have anything else you want to say, if you want to just tell me hi, I want to talk. I want to build a community on here. So I'm super excited. Hopefully I'm able to put up 1 video a week for you guys. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I have not been successful with this in the past, but I'm gonna try. I'm definitely gonna try. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.